So are we started? Oh, hello. Happy Mother's Day. My mom gave me this dress. Yeah, she wore it and then she was like, it's better for you. And I was like, I'm not going to argue with you because I want to wear that dress. Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. In this old world is a new world and a bold world. For me, I'm feeling good. That I'm feeling good. Fish in the sea, you know how I feel. Rivers running free, you know how I feel. Oh, blossoms in the trees, you know how I feel. And this old world is a new world and a bold world. For me, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. Dragonflies all out in the sun, you know what I mean, don't you know? Butterflies all out having fun, you know what I mean. Oh, sleep in peace when this day is done, and this old world is a new world, a bold world. For me, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. Stars when you shine, you know how I feel. Scent of the pine, you know how I feel. Oh, freedom is mine, that is how I feel. And this old world is a new world and a bold world. For me, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Oh, yeah, I'm feeling good. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Well, I'm feeling good. It's Nina Simone. One more? One more song? Okay. Okay. Follow the sun, and which way the wind blows, this day is done. Breathe in the air, set your intentions, and dream with care. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon and a brand new sun. So follow the sun, the direction of birds, the direction of love. Breathe in the air. Cherish the moment. Cherish this breath. Tomorrow's a new day for everyone. Brand new moon and a brand new sun. When life's coming down on you like a heavy weight, when you feel this crazy society adding to your strain, take a stroll to the nearest waters and remember your place. Many moons have risen and fallen long before you came, so which way the wind blows? What does your heart say? To follow the sun, which way the wind blows when the day is done. Breathe, breathe in the air. Set your intention, show you care.
Thank you. Thank you, Ruby. So, welcome everyone. So, this is the New Thought service. This is the New Thought service of May 8th, 2022. And we are live streaming from the Lanai of New Thought Center of Hawaii here in Kealakekua. It's kind of a gray but gentle sort of day. Okay, testing the microphone. We thought we did this already, but I guess we need to do it a little more. Stephen, shall I go ahead and use the other mic, or is it coming? It's starting to come back to life. Okay. All right. So once again, welcome. And um, those of you who were here early had the treat of hearing some prelude music by Ruby Bailey. Ruby is making her debut as a music minister for New Thought Center, and we have more treats awaiting us as the service unfolds. My name is Pasha McGregor. I'm in the facilitator chair, and to my left is my friend Pomaika'i Coulon, and she's our presenter today. It seems funny to call her a guest speaker since she's kind of part of the Ohana, but I think she has some wonderful things to share with us today. So I think that maybe that the first wonderful thing I will ask of her is an opening prayer or meditation, whatever she is moved to do.
Testing. Oh, all mothers understand how things sometimes don't work out anywhere near what we hoped they would. and we just go with the flow. And before we start, I'd just like to say aloha to my family and friends. I know you're watching on video live or you're going to watch this later recorded. Hi, Donnie. Hi, my kids. Hi, all of you, my grandkids, my great grandkids. So, feeling really motherly today. I'd like to invite everyone to just close your eyes wherever you may be and just take a deep breath in and let it out. And another deep breath in and let it out. And one more deep breath in and let it out. And keep allowing your breath to flow in and out. And with each breath, your body relaxes more and more. Your arms let go, your legs, your neck, your shoulders, your hands, all the way down to your toes. Just relax and then move your awareness very gently and slowly into your heart area, that special place where you know all of life, that special place that guides us on our journey called humanhood, that special place where divine spirit shows up and radiates through us all that it is. And being aware of that spark of light in our hearts, we allow it to expand out and out till it fills our whole body with light. Beautiful, beautiful light. Choose your favorite color, and that's what color it is. Allow that light to expand and to grow. It represents you, who you truly are. Allow it to expand even more, filling with aloha and expanding the aloha out even more into this room and to each other and out into this town of Kealakekua, Hawaii. Allow it to expand even more as it moves all over this beautiful aina called Hawaii. We are so blessed to be here in this special place. Allowing your love to expand even more as you continue to relax even more deeply and settle into that heart space that you are. Allowing your love to move into the water, into the oceans, moving all around the planet into the oceans. The oceans are all connected, and we are all one with the oceans and with the aina, with the land. Allow that love to expand into all those places and spaces. Allow that love to touch every face and every place and every space on this beautiful planet called Earth. And allow your love now to expand out and touch the divine, one with the divine, as that divine energy, guidance, flow, creativity, beauty, strength, courage, gentleness, creativity, expansion, as we continue to feel the all that is within us, knowing that all that is out there is also in here. We are one with all that is. And we allow that oneness to continue to bless us in every way. allowing this planet to be bathed in love and beauty and kindness and gentleness and trust, compassion, strength, courage, allowing the creative force to move through all that is and each one of us to create a new heaven on earth, a new place for us all to live in joy and peace and trust and beauty. As we remember this breath throughout our lives, as we leave here, anywhere we go, wherever we are, when we remember this breath, this deep breath that connects us with the divine spirit, the divine source. As we remember that breath, it brings us back into the wholeness of who we really are, and our heart opens and expresses more and more love. And as we give more and more love, we receive more and more love. That's the law. And so, as receiving this love, allowing us ourselves to really open any blocks, anything standing in the way of receiving this love, we release all of those ideas, those thoughts, those old beliefs that don't serve us anymore. We release them all so that we can fully receive the true love that we truly are. All of it. It is who we are. And as we feel that love moving through us, vibrating a new energy out into the world, we bring our awareness back to the here and now. And we slowly open our eyes. And with one last breath, let's send out the ha to the world. In and out. Ha.
Thank you. That was wonderful. A bird just flew towards us. I think it was attracted by our ha. Someone, I was visiting with someone this past week who only experienced New Thought Center for the first time a week ago. And she was saying how kind of wonderful it was to be in nature and yet protected. So we're open on three sides, and but we're high enough that most of the mosquitoes don't make it up here. Only a few truly heroic ones, and but yeah, we have visitations from birds and geckos, and we're very much part of nature. So for those of you that just tuned in, I'm Pasha. I'm facilitating this morning. Pomaika'i is our presenter, and Ruby Bailey is our music minister. And I'm going to call on Ruby now for another song.
Oh, sure, yeah. That's good. I hear the crying of the hungry in the deserts where they're wandering. Yeah, they're crying out for heaven's own benevolence upon them. hear destructive past prevailing. I hear fools falsely hailing to the crooked words of tyrants when they call. I hear them all, hear them all, I hear them all. I hear the sounds of tearing pages and the roar of burning paper. All the crimes and acquisitions turn to air and ash and vapor, and the rabble of the tower fall behind to emancipator, and the lowliest together in their stalls. Hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. So while you sitting whilst in Dixie with your money and your power, I can hear the flowers growing in the rubble of the towers. I hear leaders quit their lying, I hear babies quit their crying, I hear soldiers quit their dying once and all. All I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear the tender words from Zion, I hear Noah's waterfall, hear the gentle Lamb of Judah sleeping at the feet of Buddha, and the prophets from Elijah to the old cloud of Akka take their places at the table when they're called. I hear them all, hear them all, I hear them all. Hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all. I hear them all, I hear them all, I hear them all.
In case anyone was puzzled about the hand gestures, it's the New Thought modification of the International Sign Language for applause. So kind of like wiggling your fingers of both hands, but then when we really, really like something, we raise our arms up, and then that's like standing ovation.
Oh.
That was just beautiful, so thoughtful. Yeah. So I now get to welcome all of you, whether you're on the lanai or on the live stream. I get to welcome you again to New Thought Center and tell you, sort of introduce New Thought Center as a entity. And I actually am going to borrow some words from one of my predecessors, who was a president of New Thought in the early, I guess he saw us into the new millennium, Morty Breyer. And I like this description. So, by providing a loving, accepting, non judgmental community, we create a sanctuary for the nourishment, development, and evolution of each individual's unique spiritual path. This not only furthers us individually, but by bringing our compassion, insight, and wisdom forward, benefits those around us, our fellow travelers, our spiritual community, our family, friends, and neighbors, our dear Kona community, and our world. We aim to treat each other and those around us as sparks of the divine, rays of the Great Spirit, Christ conscious souls and Buddhas. We gather here each Sunday morning to help us affirm these views and strengthen our capacity to love and be loved. Thank you for joining this gathering. And we've been doing this in some form since 1971. And it all began as a religious science church that was incorporated in September of 1971. And in deference to our roots in religious science, we generally include a reading from the publication of that organization. Most of those churches now call themselves Centers for Spiritual Living, but we have the same ancestry. So I'm going to call on Momi to do that this morning?
Hello, I am Momi. Um, Guide for Spiritual Living, Science of Mind. Today's reading, Yield Like Water. Nothing in the world is as soft and yielding as water, yet for dissolving the hard and inflexible, nothing can surpass it. From the Tao Te Ching. And then from Ernest Holmes' Science of Mind, hold steadfastly to the thought that all of life is in a state of eternal flow. Water, rivers, lakes, streams, and oceans is my favorite part of Mother Nature. I could say that for myself, not just read it from a book. Um, when I float or swim, I feel light, free, and blissful. My soul is at peace, and I forget time. I witness water's incredible power in riverbank erosion, how each year the land around the river changes, often dramatically. There is undeniable power in the majestic ocean's waves, tumbling and crashing. To be at the seashore and feel that awesome power reminds me of the power in each of us, the power of the universe, and the infinity of life. In contrast to its mighty power, water is also so yielding. It pours over every nook and cranny, gently yet insistently. Leaves and debris are pushed forward gracefully. Water flows on and quietly persists. Another incredible quality of water is its ability to shapeshift from liquid to ice to steam. What a gift of breath is in the salty air. Feel the ocean's breeze on my face and know that we all flow back to the universal expanse, just as rivers flow from the snowy mountains to the oceans. In my own life, I embody both strength and gentleness, and as much as possible, I go with the flow. And today's affirmation, I'll read it through once and then all chunked up so we can follow. Like water, I am grateful to yield and be gentle and giving while simultaneously filled with determination, energy, power, and inner strength. Like water, I am grateful to yield and be gentle, and while simultaneously filled with determination, energy, power, and inner strength.
Okay, we are charged up here. Thank you, Momi. Yeah. So we're enjoying the fact that we can pass this microphone. There was a quite a long period of time where we felt it wasn't safe to, because we would be touching something that someone else touched. We do still have hand sanitizer, so if anyone feels like they should do that afterwards, you're welcome to. But anyway, we are going to, those of us who are here in person, we're going to say our name and respond to a prompt or question very briefly. And Pomaika'i is going to provide the prompt.
Okay. So, my question for everyone is to say in one word so you'll have time to think about it. What does the word mother conjure up for you?
Well, my name is Pasha, and ultimate friendship.
Hmm.
I'm Patty, and I guess that there's nothing else but love when I think of mother.
Hi, I'm Steven, and what comes up for me is giving.
Mm.
Hi, I'm Ruby. Hmm, being held. I could expand on that, but that means more words. So
I am Thunderbird. I love the thunder. 2 weeks ago, I was listening to the thunder clap. So I'm Thunderbird this morning. I love nature. Gladys was my mom. And I remember her lying down with me to help me go to sleep, to make me not afraid of the dark. That's what I remember about her.
I'm Shana. My mom made me feel secure and safe on the earth.
I'm Momi. Cuddles.
I'm Terry. Giving and sacrifice.
Now you get to answer your own question.
Oh, goody. I have no idea.
That's right. You have your own mic too.
I'm going to give a 2-word answer. I would say confusion and love. I'll talk about that later.
Okay. Well, that was fun. I'm sure we could have all done lots more words, but it was nice to have that kind of quick snapshot. So now we come to the part of our service where we get to share what we call miracles and ordinaries. These are sort of special happenings in our lives that get our attention. They seem kind of unexpected often. They remind us of truth. Sometimes they're life changing, and other times they're very ordinary. But there's the sort of the stuff of our daily lives, and the lessons that they offer us are here for us now. Sometimes it's actually about something that happened in the past, but it's a new insight. So the floor is open for that now, and I think you can remain where you are, and I'll just bring the mic to you if you feel moved to share something.
Hi, this is Steven. This is one of the ordinary ones. I have a lot of yard work to do at home and wanted to cut down this really big king palm tree that was really big. And I've been dreading all the cleanup work that it takes afterwards. Like, it was going to take me a month. And with the help of 2 other people, it got done in 2 days. And to me, it's like, oh, that really changes my perspective of what's possible. So to me, it's kind of a miracle.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
That's great. I love that kind of miracle. Okay.
Hi, I'm Momi. And so I had no idea what I was going to make for dinner tonight. My husband always works on Sundays, and that's awesome. Um, and I was like, yeah, we'll figure it out. And I'm sitting and I'm just Facebooking, really. I was Facebooking. And I hear a hooey outside my door, and here's my neighbor, lives across the street with a yellowfin ahi as a gift. Very
Oh.
small, very manageable, very fresh because he just went
Mm.
fishing yesterday. And I was like, I know it's for dinner tonight.
Wow.
Mahalo keakua. So it's a miracle and an ordinary that Mother Earth gives to us every day. And we have amazing community that supports us. And we get blessings in ways we never anticipate.
Amen.
Abundance.
Yeah. I have one I'd like to share. I'll use this.
Let's see. Okay,
So I'm going to.
you and you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I got a surprise phone call from my grandson who told me that he was in Phoenix, that he had just rescued my son from a living situation that was virtually killing him and was bringing him home to his home in California from Arizona. And he told me, he shared with me that the reason he had done it was because it was, I forget what he said, it was 20 years or I don't know, it was an exact anniversary of when my son had actually rescued 5 children from a foster home and raised them all. And so he was just returning the favor and bringing him to a good, safe place to be so that he could transform his life like he's been asking for years. And it's been an ongoing thing, and it's pulled at my heart continuously. And I've always felt helpless around doing anything for him other than praying for his wellness. And so this was a long answered prayer and so incredibly unexpected that this young man who's just, I think he said he was 32, has a wife and a baby, would go out of his way to go get his dad and bring him to his home and give him a new life. And I am just so, so, so very grateful to everyone and everything that went about to bring this into fruition and to wholeness. And I am so filled with joy right now. I just almost can't talk. So, mahalo ke kua.
That's definitely in the beyond ordinary category.
Yeah. Yeah.
My name's Ruby, and I'm also a face painter. And I was painting faces at a show last night. And this gal walks in, and she looks at me, and she's like, "I'm so excited about your face." And then I realized that I met her in 2010 in math class. I haven't seen her for over 10 years. And we were able to just drop right back in and check in with each other. And it was just really cool. It's cool to be reminded of the connections that we make, regardless of when they are in our lives, and know that they're there. And so when we feel alone, we have these connections that we don't have to tend to or even acknowledge every day, but they're there. And so that was pretty, I guess, I mean, we're 3,000 miles in the middle of the ocean. So it's kind of a miracle that we found each other here. She lives in a different state now. So I don't know when I would have seen her, but it was really fun. And she let me paint her face and have math symbols on it and stuff. So it was really fun. Thank you.
If your math teacher knew, it would even be a more extended miracle. Okay. So I now have the chance to introduce Pomaika'i. Well, I think have we done 2 songs? No, we haven't. Oh, thank you for catching me. Yeah. Oh, very good. Okay, so we're having a special song, and then I'll introduce Pomaika'i.
Yes, it's an original song called Like Minded. Oops. Waiting and contemplating for the real. And while I'm patient, I start to heal. Listening to the sounds around. Listening to the thoughts about the flow feeding, heart speaking. In a search to take a perch on those eyes that listen and those ears that breathe in. Respect their own truth, always sharing their roots. Smiles, treating, love, heeding. Laid out on the blanket of earth, the above looks down as we look for pause in the moment, reflect on that sun, relinquish as one. The like-minded together we will find it. The fields of green illuminate the absence of the scene. We feel deep in our bones a feeling we have honed, embracing like the bees at one with the trees. Laid out on the blanket of earth, the above looks down as we look for highs in the moment, reflect on the sun, relinquish as one. The like-minded together we will find it. The like-minded together we will find it. Have faith in what we see. With our ears we can be free. Free to be you and me. Like-minded, let's believe. Let's believe.
Thank you, Ruby. So that was the special request song of Pomaika'i. Um, Now I get to introduce her. Um, she has spent a lifetime studying the various religions and philosophies of the world, trained in Huna, the Lono tradition in the Hawaiian religious practices. She now practices a non denominational belief in spirit, using many of her Hawaiian roots as a foundation, and Lokahi, unity, as her theme through the Dancing Dolphin Ministry.
Mm.
Um, she has been trained in the to be a practitioner in the religious science tradition. That's almost like a minister, and she has a whole list of other spiritual and healing modalities that she has explored and has degrees and initiations, and we are so lucky to have her. And I am really looking forward to today's presentation. She's called it Mother Love. You are what you say. So,
Ooh,
Pomai, take it away.
thank you for reminding me about what I'm. Oh my gosh. Well, I'd like to start with one of the definitions, and there seems to be three, but I'm going to use this one because it applies to men and women and actually all living creatures that have babies. The definition of a mother is giving birth. And we all give birth all the time. Actually, every moment of our lives, we're giving birth to thoughts, to ideas, to words we speak, to actions we take. And we're having an experience of birthing sometimes new things, sometimes old things, sometimes familiar, sometimes strange, but we're always all birthing all the time. So that means that we're all mothers. So this day is to celebrate everybody and everything on this planet. So I say happy Mother's Day to it all. And one mother in particular, like to share. I was actually, my daughter was gifted this picture, and I'll come close on the camera so you guys can see it online. Here she is. And this is our beloved Marie Claire, who just recently made her transition. And she was the most giving mother I have ever known. She actually was always in creation, always giving birth to new things. Like she gave birth to the song Be for us and shared it with all of us. She was at New Thought, she volunteered not only her heart, but her talent and her time and her creativity. And so to me, she was like the incredible mother. She was also officially the godmother to my daughter, who is now 8, and she's been her godmother for, I think it's 5 years now, um, maybe a little longer than that. But she has nurtured that child and opened new doors for her every single year and brought amazing gifts to Faith that she might not have otherwise had, but you never know. But I know that her heart, when it came to Faith, was so pure and so filled with love. And to me, that's the deepest meaning of mother love, of mother. And I find it interesting. One of the things I learned in watching her interact with my 8-year-old was when you say something to a child, they immediately hear it and hold on to it. They don't let it go. And so, in thinking back on my first generation of children that I raised, I think I did a lot of things right, and I think I did a lot of things wrong. And one of the things was at that time not being conscious about how words and actions affected my children, how what I did and what I said, even if it wasn't directed towards them, if it was directed towards someone else, um, and they just happened to be in the room. Because what goes with our words and our thoughts and our actions is energy, feelings, and energy is really what creates. Our words affect the energy, but the energy is what actually creates. So, some of the most effective mothers I've ever met in my life hardly spoke, but their energy sent messages to their children and guided them and let them know when they were good and when they were on the right track or when the mom thought they were on the right track. That's a whole nother subject. Um, so it's the energy that we emanate. So whether you're a dad, a mom, a brother, a sister, an aunt, or an uncle, as an adult, we can all come conscious because we understand all the ramifications and we can really pay attention to the energy that we're giving. Words help too. Every night, my beautiful daughter and I tell each other we love each other and say happy dreams. And then we talk about our dreams, what we're going to have for our dreams. And that's been interesting to do with her. I've never done this before. So, creating our dreams before we even go to sleep. A gift, a gift that we give each other. There's uh, some amazing mothers in this room right now. One I know that I have been blessed to know since she and her husband first got married. I did their wedding ceremony. And then she had these amazing children that are just um, they every time I see them there's they just surprise me in really great ways, and I am so happy that I got to know these human beings in this life turn on this planet. It's been such a gift and such an honoring. There's Patty who does our lays, and she just, oh God, she's such a gift. And she has children and grandchildren and great grandchildren, right? And her family is always around and always looking out for her and taking care of her and making sure that she stays okay. And she is just rocking it. So I am so happy to know Patty. She's just been such a gift, and her wisdom is amazing. Oh boy. And then there's some people here who don't have children, but they're still amazing mothers in the gifts that they bring to others. And they do it on a continuous basis. It's not just once in a while, it's an all the time. Ruby is bringing amazing music into the world and beautiful song to help us all stay in that bliss spot, but teaching us all how to use that feeling and power and strength that comes from song and music, the words. And she's using her words in a powerful way. to create beauty and love and peace and joy and playfulness and happiness and mischievousness a little bit, all of that. And it's just all perfect. And we're so grateful to have her here today and bless us with her music. This is our first time. I have heard her before, but this is our first time here. So grateful. And she has an album. Yay. She'll tell us about that later. So she's given birth a lot of times. And Terry, or she's looking at me like, ooh, dear, what did I do? Oh my God. What she does is she shows up. Now, I gotta say, I do know some moms who don't show up. I mean, like birth moms, but Terry always shows up. And she shows up here at New Thought almost every Sunday, pretty much without exception, unless she's doing something off island or something. And she helps create this beautiful space for us and puts out beautiful things for us to look out and amazing tablecloths and just she creates that beautiful energy that comes from how she sets up all of these wonderful things and supports everyone in their gifts and she's just here in the best of ways and she's giving birth all the time to our well-being here. That's what she brings with her, and so grateful. Thank you. Thank you. And Pasha. Pasha. Pasha and Rob, I really can't hardly do one without the other. Our today he is Thunderbird. Is that it? Okay. I heard that thunder, boy. That woke me up. It was like, "Bah," right in the middle of the day. It was stunning. And they have created an amazing family also. And I've been blessed to meet children and husbands and grandchildren. And I don't know about great grand. Do you have great grands? Not yet. Okay. Yeah, her grandchildren are still in the early 20s, that kind of. So they're on the way. However, hearing from them when they had their 25th anniversary and their kids actually, their children came and talked to me during that. And I learned a lot about them that I never knew. And so it is fascinating. And they were like, kind of the Woodstock people of the New Thought Center area of Kailua, where they came here and there wasn't much here. There was one stop sign in town and no traffic lights anywhere. And they built a home and, they just created a beautiful space for their family to be up the mountain where it's cooler than downtown, where it's a little warmer. And raise their children and love their children. And Pasha is even, I don't know how do you classify someone who's actually a school teacher? Ah, super mom, mother to all of those children, and in the very best way and the most fun way, I think. You get to nurture and instruct and help expand their lives and open new doors for them. And I remember when you were taking children to Russia and they were actually learning Russian, right? So they could communicate a little bit when they got there. And she took a group of students there. Wouldn't it be wonderful if we could do that now? Things change. And that's the thing about mothers. Things change. all the time. And mothers learn, hopefully, before they leave the planet, they learn to go with the flow and just allow whatever is to be what is. Mothers are challenged, especially female mothers of children, are challenged with supporting their children no matter what their choices may be, even if they're contrary to what we might prefer. And that is almost a continuous event, at least in my world. So learning to just let go, like the water flows, just let the water go, let the emotion go, let the choices go and let them be. And that brings us back to divine source. And what divine source does is always allow, given us free choice, given us the ability to do what we need to do for ourselves, for our soul's journey, for our spirit to be whole, to come into oneness with all that is. And when we do that, it's the same feeling as floating in the ocean, which is my favorite thing to do. Just to float and feel supported by the whole universe, just floating in the ocean. If you never tried it, I recommend it. A really good way to do it is to have a mask and snorkel on so you can float on your stomach and you can watch whatever things want to swim by you as you're floating and just float. And you don't have to worry about breathing or getting water in your mouth because you have your snorkel. You can breathe. So I invite everybody, if you have the opportunity to try that. You can even go to your local swimming pool or your backyard pool if you have one and do that in the pool and just experience that wholeness. And when you have that experience, you're going to feel what it feels like to be a divine mother, just a blessing to all that is, and being blessed in return. I find it interesting that our planet is round, despite what early people thought about it being square and falling off the edges. Um, and if you look, almost all the planets, well, I would say all the planets are round. And asteroids and other things that move at their own pace and at their own at their own command and with their own energy have different shapes, but all the planets are round and everything flows in a circular motion. So everything is round, around. Again, floating in the water, feeling that everything around you is just supporting you around and around and around. Loving what is, loving what is. Ah. So being a part of being responsible for the words that we speak, either directly to our children or around our children, is what creates their future. It's a huge responsibility to be a mother. It's enormous. And I celebrate every mother in the world today for taking on that responsibility to empower, to nurture, to teach. And the roosters are having a lot of fun today, letting me know that they're all mothers over there celebrating. They're having a party. I don't know if you can hear it online, but they are having fun today. I kind of feel like everything has been said that needs to be said, and everything has been done that needs to be done. And that we can all remember in our hearts that every one of us, including Stephen, is a mom giving birth to something new, something exciting, something beautiful, something creative, something fun, something energetic, something happy, something full of life. So let's all remember to celebrate who we are. Let's remember to celebrate ourselves. Let's remember to share those gifts, that celebration, that joy that we can feel if we celebrate ourselves. Let's give that out to everyone we encounter as we birth this new world that we're moving into. I truly believe I've heard so many wonderful things lately about the possibility and where we are, and we're right on the edge of the cliff, ready to go. So let's go. Pasha, I am complete.
There were a few other things I wanted to say when I introduced you, but I didn't want to cut into your time. So since you completed a little bit early, I can. Um, so I think Pomaika'i is in the same role that she honored Terry for. She's like that for New Thought also. So it's like we have our own family that we have this special relationship for, kind of creating the right environment in which the children can thrive. But then it's like our New Thought Center is sort of like a ohana, like a family of choice for, especially if many of us have come from some other place and established a new home on this island, but we don't necessarily have our whole clan. Patty does, but um, even like as Pomaika'i mentioned, Rob and I raised our two children here, but they don't live here now. So the younger generations are not physically present, but it's like who comes to New Thought, we can uh, try to create that beautiful supportive environment with our energy and our words for whoever comes. And sometimes it's a few and sometimes it's a lot. And but what I think is unique about Pomaika'i is that she's been so loyal for so long. I mean, she and I first met in the 1990s, and we were both involved with childcare for at that time it was called New Thought Church of Hawaii, And yes, so, and she also brought this this knowledge, you know, of the religious science, the deep knowledge of the religious science teachings. She even did a class. It was like inviting people from different faith communities, not only New Thought Center, but anybody who wanted to go through Ernest Holmes' masterwork, which I think is 1,000 pages or close to it. It was like this weekly study group that went on for years. And so that was an extremely valuable gift. Yeah, and just the ability to keep giving, and as the generations pass, yeah, so that is so special. And I did the Terra dance class with Hope, who was drawn to New Thought because of her love for Marie Claire, and not very many people were able to attend, but it was really beautiful. And I realized, well, these 21 gifts of Terra, it's really all about motherhood, like the divine mother, these celebrating the different attributes, and there's various mudras and motions, and one of them is it's a ferocious loyalty. And, and another one was like uh, laughter and delight, you know, just little sparkly, twinkly energy and laughing. And so it's like motherhood is so multifaceted. And uh, and some of the aspects of it are most in evidence with an actual mother in a female body raising children, but others, as Pomai brought out so well, can by analogy apply to everybody as we birth ideas and dreams. And yeah, and I'm always very I don't know, deeply affected by what I learn from when Pomai shares with us. I mean, it's there's things that I actually can apply in my life. And I know that I haven't recently experienced floating on the water, and that's going to definitely be on my to-do list very soon. So I thank you, dear friend, and we will transition to the next part of the service, which is the time of making our offerings and enjoying offertory music from Ruby.
Well, I can't seem to remember where traveled me yesterday. So all I feel is the love as my pain drifts away. My cloudy side is clearing and that weight is off my chest. It is the love that takes me to the home that I know best. So darling, I'll be true, 'cause all I need is you. All I need is you. Reflecting something special, I feel it in my bones. Through trial and tribulations, not afraid of sticks and stones, 'cause names will not define me, no pressure for the fame. My spirit sings inside me, fueling a claim. So darling, I'll be true, 'cause all I need is you. All I need is you. quintessential, living rooted with the sea. Alignment and potential, that higher self agrees. The heart is fundamental, its blaze ignites the spark. One with our power, acknowledging the dark. So let's come together, accepting as we be ourselves. Example in that mission to believe that life is for the making, to enjoy and to see through day. Strife is mistaking a lack in one's own hue. So we celebrate the union and the shadow of the frame. There's beauty in the shatter of the walls we hold in blame. So darling, I'll be true, 'cause all I need is you. Radical acceptance for the self in all its worth. To be the mystic, intent is the birth. So darling, I'll be true, 'cause all I need is you. All I need is you. Thank you. It's called I'll Be True.
I'll be true. Pomai, could you bless the offerings, please? Don't worry, we're still going to have more.
We're going to have a hanaho.
Yeah.
We're hearing hanaho, which means do it again.
Mm.
Okay. There is one power, one source, one presence, one creative, all powerful, all knowing. And we are one with that is. Of the many names it is known, we recognize our oneness and all of its attributes. And knowing that, we bring our heart, our mind, and our energy into this prayer as we bless this financial abundance that has been given to New Thought today, whether it is here in person or out there in cyberland. We give thanks for all the love and blessings that are coming to us, especially in the way of financial gifts, to help this institution to continue to function, to grow, and to expand, and to share this love message with more and more people as we continue to grow and expand in beauty and strength and love, and especially in spirit. We take these gifts that we have been blessed with and we say, Ua lele valiatula, ah, mama e. And so it is. Amen.
Amen. I've been curious for the longest time what the ualele atua. Could you tell us exactly what it means?
Ua lele atula. It means I let go and I let God
Ah,
in
okay.
Hawaiian. It's
Okay.
kind of their way of saying it. Yeah. Same thing.
And mama ua noa mama e, is that similar?
Oh, mama. Ua no. I don't know.
I can't remember. I think
Yeah.
I've heard that also. Do you
Yeah.
know, Momi?
In the name of,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, ancestors.
Okay. Well, I'm going to invite Pomaika'i and Ruby both to share about, like, if somebody wanted to avail themselves of their services, or I don't know if either of you has classes or whatever, but anyway, you go first, Pomai, and then
Okay.
and then you, Ruby, and you each have your own mic.
Okay. Um, yes, I am uh, currently doing weddings, celebrations. I prefer small groups. So if you want to have a beach wedding and not too many people, I'm happy to perform the wedding ceremony for you. And it is a Hawaiian ceremony that I was taught by my kumu, um, blended with more modern touches and always reflective of the couple that I'm performing the ceremony for. And it could be any kind of couple. So just open to being able to bless. That's the most amazing gift is bringing two people together in love and um, helping them take that first step in their life together. It's such a blessing. I love it very, very much. I've also been recently doing healing work once again. Remote is fine or in person. And you can reach me at my website, or actually, I'm going to give you my email address. It's better. This is sharing, SHARING, love, LOVE, number 4, number 2. So it's sharing the love 42 at gmail.com. And that's how you can reach me.
All right. And Ruby has some physical things for the people who are here on the lanai. Tell us about
Yeah.
your setup over there on the table, as well as any other future things you people might want to know about.
All right. Just real quick though, I want to express gratitude to my twin sister for becoming a mom
Oh,
because she made me an auntie in real time, and just really grateful for her two beautiful children. So, also, so yeah, I have some albums over there. You can find it online. Ruby.bandcamp.com is my solo original album, and then I have an album with the piano player Bob Paltrow, and that one's Ruby Flambe, and you can find that on Spotify. I have cards over there that have links too. I have some silk earrings I made. I also teach ukulele lessons in person and online. Yeah, and we work on songwriting and some basic music theory stuff too. But just kind of having fun with it and self-expression. I also do face painting. I call it freestyle face paint, where I kind of pull out the magic that's on the inside and put it on your face in a comfortable way. I just find I love to find like how to make someone feel more empowered by just adornment and decoration that actually just ends up washing off. It's so there's that, and then I'm gonna be playing in town. Um, so if you email Ruby's Next Show at gmail.com or Glitter Done Right, GLITTERDUNRIGHT at gmail.com, I can let you know when I'm playing in town next. Yeah. So
Ooh,
there's a lot going
So
on there.
the next playing in town, when and where is that?
I believe it's the 15th. No, it's the Thursday at the Kanaka Kava before Kanaka Kava from 7 to 9, and then the 15th at Gertrude's from 6:30 to 9:30.
Cool.
And then and I also host an open mic second and fourth Tuesdays at Heiko Coffee. So I think that's next Tuesday. And then the Thursday is the Kava Bar, and then the Sunday is the Gertrude's. Yeah.
You
All
keep
right.
busy.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
All right. So I'm going to share the New Thought announcements now, but if you feel like, oh, this is too much, I'm not going to remember it. Last week, we
Excuse me.
printed out little
We have an escape.
handouts, and two things have changed. So, but I made the corrections on some of them, and they're on the table where the big flower is. The other two things on that table are kind of left from our celebration of life last week for Marie Claire. This on the back was the order of service, but we kept them because on the front it has this QR code, and the QR code will take you to Marie's memorial website. So if you didn't get a chance to share something that you wanted to last week, you can still do it. It's and this website, we paid for it. It's supposed to be more or less ongoing, as long as people remember Marie, which I think will be a very long time. So you can post photos on it, short videos, poems, memories of special times you shared. And with the QR code, it's very easy to go to that. So you can pick up one of these to take home if you want. Then another thing we learned about this, most of us at New Thought didn't know about this aspect of Marie's spiritual path, this green Tara path. She went to lots of retreats and had whole circles of friends that she met at these retreats. It's related to it's an aspect of Buddhism, and we ended up with a bunch of leftovers of this handout. It's quite beautiful, and it has a website. If you felt like you wanted to find out more about this path that she found so inspiring. So those are on the table as you leave. So the most important highlights of our coming up. Well, we are back to doing free childcare every week automatically. You don't have to make a reservation in advance. So if you have Keiki or friend has Keiki and they would like to take advantage of that services, they can just come. And the next 3 Sundays, we've got Michael Hemet coming on the 15th. He's published a book since we last, well, during the pandemic. I guess he had some time on his hands. So he wrote this book and got it published. It's called Waking the Shaman. And that's also going to be the topic of his talk. Music will be provided by Lance Colnane. It's another first-time music minister for New Thought. And the following week, Genevieve Brunet will be our speaker. And she's been having a hard time deciding which of her two passions she's going to speak about. I suggested, well, maybe talk about them both and how they connect. But one is Gurdjieff, and particularly the Gurdjieff movements, which are sort of a form of dance. And then her work doing sacrocranial therapy. So it's like two different sort of healing modalities that she's attracted to and proficient in. And music will be provided by Viboda. Has a very long history with New Thought. We're going to be very pleased to welcome him back after a time of absence. And the last Sunday of May, Drew Womack will be doing both program and music for New Thought Center. And I'm not sure what his topic is, but you can be pretty sure there'll be lots of music. So the music will be predominant, but the talking is really fun too. He's quite a comedian. Okay, and then we are next week. There will be crystal bowl meditation from 8:30 to 9. Ramona Owen, I believe, will be leading it, and so that normally we do that the first Sunday of the month, but because of the big celebration last week, we postponed it a bit. So it's mid-month, and please arrive early so we can actually begin the meditation at 8:30, maybe 5 or 10 minutes so you can get settled. The last Saturday of the month will be an expressive dance event from 4 to 6 hosted by Adriana Atento with a suggested donation of $10. She was doing that weekly last month, but she decided for May there would be just one monthly event, and that's scheduled for May 28th. She'll decide after that whether it's going to go back to weekly or stay monthly. And the last Sunday of the month, we'll be having our produce giveaway after service. I saw there were some nice looking bananas brought this week. So some people just can't wait. That's okay. But we'll make a special effort to bring produce on the last Sunday, the 29th. We have a workshop coming up. The next week's going to be big. We would start with crystal bowls, then Michael, then in the afternoon, he's offering a breathwork workshop. It's called Breathwork Journey from 1:30 to 3:30 with a suggested donation of $40. And we have various service opportunities here at New Thought as we're sort of coming back to life after the pandemic. Every Sunday, we can use greeter, help with setup, cleanup. And as we're getting to have more workshops, we need people to facilitate those workshops, and that's different than what I'm doing. The Sunday service facilitator has to read and talk and keep track of things, but the workshop facilitator is mainly just a helper to the presenter. They know where the light switches are and how to lock the place up afterwards and help with collecting the money, and they get free admission. So Terry coordinates that, and if we need some new people to sign up that they're willing to do that when asked, and then she'll call you when there's a need, and you can say yes or no. Yeah, I think those are the main ones. I think the other ones are on the little half sheet. You can pick one up as you go. If you do want to volunteer for anything, you can speak to a board member. The people in this room that are board members, can you raise your hand so people know who you are? Okay. And you can also just send an answer to your weekly newsletter. Just do a reply, and it will be directed to the right person. Okay. And if you're not getting the weekly newsletter and you would like to, if you're here physically, you can sign the guest book. If you're not, just go to the website and there's a place where you can easily sign yourself up. That's the best way to keep track of what's happening and keep up with all the changes. Okay. Did I forget anything in the area of announcements? Okay. If not, we will conclude with a closing song, but it's not going to be Hawaii Aloha this week. We'll be doing Imagine. Ruby can lead us in that, and everybody, I think, can kind of sing along pretty well. She'll know what verse comes next, and we can just follow her. So you can stand, circle, however you want to do this.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. Whoa, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions, greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. Ooh, you may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you'll join us, and the world will live as one.